and welcome to Zoomtopia. We have with us Mr. Sameer Raje, GM and Head of Business, India and SARC at Zoom. Thank you for joining us today, sir. I wanted to ask you that Zoom Phone has recently crossed 10 million seats globally, and that's a great achievement. So, how do you see this milestone shaping Zoom's positioning in the Indian enterprise communication market, especially against traditional PBX systems and local cloud telephony providers?
Well, you know what? 10 million seats globally is a big thing, but for India, I would say it's not. It's very different because this is the first time that the Indian industry is experiencing something like this. As you rightly mentioned, it's always been the play of legacy on-premises systems, and something like this, which is an on PBX on the cloud, or telephony that brings in multiple facets of collaboration and communication together, has never been there.
Right.
And more than that, a telephony system that tightly integrates into multiple applications and workflows has been always missing in the country. As a result of which, the Indian customers are so excited today, and we are engaging with them to learn more about their workflows, their business processes, and how tightly we can integrate. I think it's just mind-boggling.
Right. Thank you. Another question is that CX analytics, it adds a new layer of intelligence to Zoom Contact Center. So, how will this enhanced reporting framework improve visibility into customer journeys for enterprises? And in what ways do you see this feature transforming productivity and decision making for center teams?
Well, there are unique players, and then there are differentiators. As far as Zoom is concerned, if you look at it, when you talk about analytics, CX analytics, and omni-channel experience, what Zoom does is it really brings together the employee experience and the customer experience together. And let me explain. So let's say, for example, when a CEO or there is a board meeting going on, if they need some information, real-time information about the customer or an interaction that has happened between an employee and a customer, today they struggle. They go around either asking people, or they go about asking their team members data analysis and so on and so forth. That information is not readily available to them at the touch of their fingertips. Zoom breaks that barrier because those senior leaders, at a touch of a button, using AI companion and the analytic tools, they can access information across employee as well as customers. Now, on the same hand, if you look at an employee who is interacting with the customer, well, we talk about the customer experience. Happy customer is a happy organization and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, if the employee doesn't have the right level of empowerment and information to be able to deliver that happiness,
Right.
that's where the problem starts. And that is what the CX layer on top is enabling the organization to do. Not only breaking down the barriers, but also supporting with additional information across the platform so that right decisions can be taken.
Right. Another and lastly, the question is that enterprises today expect unified communication and customer experience insight in a single workflow. So, how is Zoom ensuring seamless integration between Zoom Phone and Zoom Contact Center to create a more connected plus data-driven communication ecosystem for the enterprises?
Well, this question is really interesting because coming from a collaboration world, right? I mean, I've been associated with the collaboration world for 20 plus years.
Right.
And in India, it's always been a broken down system broken down into multiples of silos. We used to have a standalone PSTN phone, standalone IP phone, then you have if you have to join a video meeting or make a call from your laptop, it's different devices. That all is gone, right? Everything in one. So Zoom has now brought in a true unified collaboration experience to individuals and enterprises in the country, whereby you don't need multiple devices. You have a choice of being anywhere in the world and still be connected to the organizational telephone systems. And what's best is, right, the administrators and the security teams don't have to worry of what's going around because it's tightly integrated into the environmental ecosystem of application and workflows.
Right.
And that's the beauty of it. And as I said, it's probably the first time that something like this is being seen across the country in India.
Right.
People have spoken, companies have spoken about it, but it's the first time I think it's coming across. And Zoom Phone with Zoom Contact Center is the future for India, is how enterprises are going to change their customer experience, but also improvise their employee experience together.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you for those insights. That's all
Pleasure.
from my
Thank you.
side. Thank you.